Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. What? David Beeman's envious today, huh? Ooh. Where is he? Where is that guy? I don't see him. Let me check him out. I don't see him here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Okay, let's chant a little japa here. Hare Krishna. Hey, perfect. What timing? Krishna timing. So we're sitting in a little park by Sachi's house. I have my table, chair, and everything is nice. Let's pull it right out of the van. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Nityananda Sri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Sri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Sri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga. Oh, I bet you hear a bunch of wind now, don't you? Is the wind making too much noise? Sri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Sri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Okay, good, good. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Noodles is hooked on the spiritual potency now. She loves it, man. So great. It's a new life, huh? It's so wonderful. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda. Nityananda. Gaura Chandra. Gaura Chandra. Nityananda. Nityananda. Gaura Chandra. Ah. Gaura Chandra. Gaura Chandra. Nityananda. Nityananda. Oh, good. That's very good. It's got a nice breeze too. It's really great. Yeah, it's hot out in the sun, but under this tree, it's perfect. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha Radha, Radha 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 Radha, Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna, 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 Krishna. I'm gonna try another chair. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Ah, okay. Krishna, Krishna. Ah, perfect. Krishna, 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 Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Goranga, Goranga, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Oh, it's a rocking chair. All right, man. Nityananda. Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, 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 Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, 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 Gaura, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Gora, Gora, Krishna, Krishna, Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hey, Praladas, welcome. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hey, thanks for helping Govinda. Krishna, 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 Gora, Gora, Radha, Radha, Radhe, Radha, Radhe, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Gora. Gora, 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 Krishna, Nityananda, Nitai, 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 Nityananda. Nitai, Nitai, Gora, Gora Chandra, Nimai Pandit, 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 Nimai Pandit. Sachi Devi. Jaya Sachinandana, 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 Jaya Sachinandana, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vinda. Okay, let's see. Prabhupada's reading from Prabhupada's books. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Ah, Majilila. Ah, or, nonsense. wait. Uh-oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Books. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chili. Oh, I have to. Okay. I'm sorry. I have to go for this stuff. I have to use the database. It's too complicated. Sorry about the delay here. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Yeah, okay. Ah, the author received chapter 8 in chapter 8 in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Or actually, chapter 9. Chapter 9, the desire tree of devotional service. Jai Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Jesus Christ, and all glories to the assembled devotees who have taken Lord Chaitanya to be their life and soul. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world. Oh, this is chapter 9 of Adi Lila. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across a great ocean. Yeah, and so the only thing lacking in this Vaishnava movement is the essential teachings of Lord Chaitanya. See, spiritual master obviously means somebody you learn from. You learn the spiritual science. Spiritual master is somebody that can help you realize God. And so the spiritual master of the entire universe in Kali Yuga is Lord Chaitanya. So you're going to get the best teachings from him. The greatest teachings, the purest teachings, the cleanest teachings, the most logical teachings, the most reasonable path, everything from the teaching of the Lord Chaitanya. And that's why I'm a promoter. I'm a company man. I work for the company of Lord Chaitanya. See, and how would you feel if you entrusted somebody with real knowledge or that important information and knowledge like that, and they disseminated it nicely? Would you be happy with them? And you actually gave them this real knowledge and you didn't hide it? Would you be happy with them? Of course. See? And so that's the happiness that a devotee experiences. This is what was lacking in Vedavyas. Vedavyas was not happy at heart. See, that's where the Lord is. And a devotee, he was he was a realized soul. He says, I'm not happy at heart, giving these teachings out, these teachings of Varnashram Dharma and regulative devotional service. I'm not happy in my heart. Why is that? See? Yeah. So anyway, the problem was he was not giving out information that would help the people quickly realize God. See, quickly realize God. And so that was Srimad Bhagavatam that he wrote. And that when Narada Muni said, yeah, you'll be pleased in your heart when you please the Lord in the heart. And this Varnashram Dharma is a bit slow, in this, and teach you want people to go and strive for liberation their whole lives. See, and so basically, it's almost like a wasted life. They're striving in the wrong direction. See? And so the Lord is in the heart, and it doesn't make you happy by your activities. See? So that's we're all kind of in that situation. How to make the Lord the most happy. And so if we propagate his teachings as they are, that's going to make the Lord very happy inside. That'll make Prabhupada happy. You think Prabhupada is happy that his disciples are changing his books? Do you think? I mean, actually, people, they don't know. They're cut off from Prabhupada's happiness. They don't know. Do you think, Prabhupada's happy when you disseminate speculation? Yeah. See, so Prabhupada and Krishna and all devotees, they share the same heart with the Lord. It's like they share a very same resonance. They're like roommates, roommates, very close, intimate roommates. See, and so Prabhupada leaves the planet, and people they're not pleasing him, obviously, because, and another way to know is because the real devotees are not pleased. So if you don't please the real devotees, see the real ones, the ones who are in touch with devotion, and you don't please the real guru, you see, and that's the thing. That's why people need shiksha. They don't know um, what pleases Prabhupada and what pleases the Lord. So anyway, they don't like speculation. So I don't know. My great happiness is to disseminate the teachings of Lord Chaitanya as they are, the best of all teachings. What are those teachings? Learn to distinguish who is a real associate of Lord Chaitanya, or in other words, a real devotee, and hang out with them. Surrender there. I was reading or listening to Maharaj Parikshit's birth in Srimad Bhagavatam today. And it was really beautiful. I was like, wow, man, this is so true, these things. Maharaj Parikshit was a great king. And he was like the Lord, the shelter of surrendered souls. See? The shelter of surrendered souls. That's the secret. See? And when you find a bona fide guru, see, the only way you really find them, and the only way you really know them is when you accept their shelter, their association, and take shelter there. And when you do that, then you find, wow, I got shelter here, man. But it's not necessarily physical, or like having a house. You probably will. But the real shelter is what you find out is your soul is sheltered, man. Now you feel really safe. See, now you feel all your fears go away, and anxieties and problems, because you're under the shelter. See? Now, if you're under the shelter of a guru who is imitating the position of guru, you don't feel that. You won't feel that. You won't feel like you're pleasing God or the parampara. Like there was one devotee um, was I was in. I remember I was in this Varkala in India, and I was giving class. I was actually eating. Maybe some of you watched that class or heard that class. It was some years ago, and she was a Narayan Raj disciple. And so I'm just sitting there eating breakfast and talking about Lord Chaitanya very enthusiastically, having a great time, talking about Lord Chaitanya. I was really, just happy go lucky, you know, just really digging it, man, just really enjoying it. And she makes a comment that is so offensive. You're actually you're talking about Krishna while you're eating. That is really offensive. And so this is a disciple of Narayan Raj for 20 years, and it's supposed to be Raganuga Bhakti teaching, right? Where's the Raganuga? Where's the realization of that devotee? See, to actually chastise a devotee for not following in a way that you think is right, like some people think you shouldn't. There's all kinds of speculation that you shouldn't eat while you're um, while you're chanting Krishna's name or talking about Krishna. You shouldn't go to the bathroom and think about Krishna, stuff like that. These are all misconceptions. Yeah. And then she said, I said, well, I told her, I said, hey, this is fine. This is okay. And she says, are you sure you're pleasing Prabhupada? And I thought, wow, this is interesting. She doesn't actually know about pleasing the Lord in the heart after so many years with him. And she's actually was considered and actually is considered a teacher there now. She's listed, or she was listed, and she probably still is, listed as a teacher in the thing. So if she can't teach, like how to be in touch with your own heart and know that, yeah, what's the point? It's not really Raganuga Bhakti, is it? See, that's the kind of teachers they appoint. Yeah. So anyway, um, yeah, where were we here? Yeah, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across the ocean, great ocean. People should ask, what is that mercy? Well, one thing is the teachings. The real teachings of Lord Chaitanya is his mercy. Everybody is in ignorance in this world. This is Maya, man. We're all misdirected in every direction is misdirection. Everywhere you look is misdirection in this Maya. Every person you talk to, unless they realize God, and they're real devotees with real pure devotion in their heart, then they'll have some realization, some real understanding. But look, we got millions of devotees going to gurus who are not awakened. They have no devotion. So the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya are these teachings as they are. And they're only disseminated by a real devotee who's Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person. See, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the real understanding. I give them transcendental knowledge. See, people, if you don't hear this teaching, this is the essence of truth. This is the essence of Lord Chaitanya's teaching: is go to the devotees who have realized Krishna. See, but people don't know who has realized Krishna. They've been being taught by those who haven't realized Krishna. So how can you know where to go when you're taught by somebody still in illusion? Somebody who is not a real resident of Vrindavan. How can you get a clear picture of who and what Krishna is? That's why everything is in name only until you hear from a self-realized soul. Everything is in name only. Chanting Hare Krishna is in name only, not in feeling too. Not in real feeling, pure feeling. Chanting the philosophy is in name only. You don't understand what you're teaching. You're speculating, all that. That's not real understanding. See, the essence of Lord Chaitanya's teaching is to associate with his real associates, intimate associates, see? And to serve them, to help them in their mission. Their mission is the Lord's mission. They know that. See, they know why the Lord descended to this world. And if you come under their shelter, you will automatically know too. You'll automatically get real, clean, clear realizations when you come under their shelter. Oops, oh, I lost my thing. Yeah. So yeah, so the mercy is to be properly directed. To get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, you need the real spiritual master who is a real intimate associate of the Lord. Real, see, real, not fake, not a pretender, not pretentious. No, real, real. What you see is what you get. Somebody with real devotion, real bhakti, real transcendental relish. They show you why. Yeah, I don't even have to tell you why the Lord came here to this world. I just show you. If you can't show your followers or the world why Lord Chaitanya came here, you can't demonstrate, show them, make an example of that, then you cannot teach that. And that's why people, they don't know why the Lord came here to this world. That's why they're not, you can't go back to Godhead until you know why Lord Chaitanya came to this world. And that means you have to be as he is in that sense. See, so so I can tell you, but I show you, and some disciples here show you every day why the Lord came here. The Lord came here to taste the nectar in the holy name. See, the nectar of devotion, the nectar of the name. The name of God is God, but without devotional taste and relish awakened, you can't know the glory of that name. You can't even know the glory of devotion. You can't testify for it. That's why we got a bunch of lame ducks, waddling around in Vaishnavism. They can't speak. See, they're blind, deaf, and dumb. Literally, dumb means you can't speak. And on the deeper level, dumb means you're dumb. You're not smart. See, there's nothing intelligent in there. Lord Chaitanya's mercy is upon somebody coming through the parampara now. It means you become smart. Naturally, automatically, you become naturally qualified to understand the devotional science. This is the essence. I mean, I can go on and talk about this one verse all day, and we probably should actually. Yeah, it's all about getting the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Understanding what his real teachings were, which is basically come under the shelter of a real associate of his. See, under the shelter. See, because they're under the shelter. See, even a self-realized soul, if there's no living devotees here, sometimes that has to happen. But they're under the shelter of Krishna and the Vaishnavas because of their faith and their realization and their actual experience of that shelter, probably from another life. So they come into this life and they already know, oh wow, they have great faith in Jesus Christ, Srila Prabhupada, or the devotees in the books. They can relish their verses, like connoisseurs. They can taste all these glorious verses. They know why Lord Chaitanya came to this world. So most people don't know that means you got to come under the shelter. You have to become learn the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Teachings are simple, man. You know, if you're fortunate, Krishna will lead you to the real associate of Lord Chaitanya. So you should need to ask yourself, is that here? You know, and you hear from that person, and see, are you feeling better? Are you feeling elevated? Are you becoming purified? Are your problems going? See, if they're not, often there's maybe you're not sincere yet. You know, so some people we have here having problems. They're wondering why am I? They on one hand they're saying, wow, this is great, this is the perfect path and everything, and then there's this other side coming up, and it's like, wow, I don't know. See, so there's this divine inner conflict has to be worked out. Spiritual beings attempting to have a human experience, not humans trying to have a spiritual existence. Like many things, it's been twisted and inverted by humans and their experiences. True. Why guru is needed is to show and lead the way. Yeah, see, you got to show by example. You got to you got to taste the nectar. Like I preach now, when I see that verse, Lord Chaitanya came, well, here, it's in the nectar moon of Lord Chaitanya. I'll read it to you. I always love these verses, man, because the only way you can love these verses, you have to be able to relate to them. And so the verse starts here. See, let us glorify that boundlessly merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Prince of Raj, to taste the intoxicating sweet waves of nectar of transcendental love for Krishna, as well as give that nectar to others. He has now appeared in the transcendental abode of Navadvip. See, he came to taste the transcendental nectar sweetness in the holy name of Krishna. He, so if you can't do that, how can you relate to that verse? I only understood because I could relate to it. Yeah, man, that name is so fantastic. Wow, that's why you came. Yeah, makes sense, man. I would come here too. I would go anywhere where I can chant and taste that sweetness. Oh yeah, give it to others. Definitely, man. Why not, man? You know, everybody is suffering because of lack of it. It's like going around. You become it when you can taste the nectar of the holy name. You're a whole person. You're a holiness, man. You're a grace. Real grace comes through you, man. You're now a doctor. You're now a physician, and all you see all these crippled people here because they can't they're not in contact with the spiritual potency. They're in contact with the material energy and potency of the modes of nature, which makes them weak. It makes them cripple minded. They think wrong. That's why even when I went to the Narayan Raj, I'd seen these people are not still crippled in their minds. They're not they're not in touch with the real spiritual potency. It's being hidden from them. Oh, they think so many things, but they're not really cleared out and in touch with the potency. Therefore, they're cripple-minded still. I could see it. Many of you also can start seeing it. You talk to people and you can see they're inconclusive. They're weakened. They talk about the world and they wonder why I'm weak. God, they're worldly minded, talking about the world and all this, and then weak. Yeah. So that's why you need to go under the shelter, under the guidance. See the guidance of the understanding. You stand under Lord, a devotee who is an example of Lord Chaitanya's grace. They got that grace. And you're under that shelter of the truth. The truth will set you free. Wow, God has come here to taste the nectar in the holy name. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I found a guru that can actually do that. You know how your soul will sing and glorify that. And then you look over there in ISKCON and Gaudiya Samiti and the Radhakund Babajis, and you look, wow, they can't taste this nectar. They can't show you they taste. They don't distribute it to others. That's not the real path. Wow, hallelujah, I found the real path. I found somebody who is this verse personified. Wow, he's distributing this nectar to others. Wow, they're also tasting. Wow, this got to be real. You can't get more real than that. Where somebody is tasting the nectar, it agrees conclusively in the vision of the revealed scriptures of these verses like this. Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna, love you. Oh, wow, I found the guru that has loving ecstasy. Wow, I didn't know what it looked like because I'm looking at all these false gurus who don't have loving ecstasy, and I had no example before. I had no role model. It was just in the book, and these guys hid in the book. They called my attention to something else. It's like the book is screaming the truth, right? And the guru, who is not a real guru, they say, don't look at this. Look at Varnashram Dharma. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Look at this other thing. Why? Because I'm looking at it. You can only see what your guru sees in that way. That's why even with the Narayan Rush, I have a hard time with them when I try to preach what we're doing here, because they said no, our guru was looking at a long path, and we're looking at that long path. What are you talking about? A short path? What? The tasting devotional mellows? We don't know what that is. Our guru is always holding it back. See, they don't know why the Lord came here. It's right there in the verse, screaming, screaming, and that's why Gohari screams. The verse is screaming. The verse is screaming that to me, and I just scream it out shout it from the rooftops, man. That's Guru Dave, man, from them ecstatic prema emanates. Why? Because they're tasting the nectar in the holy friggin' name. By their word, ignorance is destroyed. Why? Because they're tasting the nectar of the holy name. Bhagavad Gita 10:10 gives them conclusive understanding. They stand under that because it's more true and more solid than any other bullshit knowledge you can get from Maya and from hypocrites and from false acharyas and false spiritual masters. If they can't stand under the shelter of Lord Chaitanya's grace, which is you have the love of God, man. You have that transcendental awakening in a mature stage. Mhm. So that's a secret. That's why I keep repeating it. Some people haven't really honestly taken full shelter. It's like, the verse in Maharaj Parikshit, people took he was the shelter of the surrendered souls. So if you're not really fully surrendered to the teachings, to the truths taught by such a guru, you're going to still have some problems. You're going to still have some anxieties. But if you are, then you'll get the result of that. You'll feel the shelter of God through the real guru. That's how it comes in this world. People don't feel the shelter of God because they're not advanced. They don't know what it is. They don't know the truths they need to understand, stand under to get to that place. That's why guru is important. Uh, the external manifestation of super soul who knows these things. They share the same heart with God. God has imparted all these confidential things to them, and they give it to you. Only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father, and the Son can reveal the true nature of the Father to whom he chooses. But if you don't come sincerely under the shelter here, you won't understand. You'll still be full of anxieties. fears, or mundane thinking. You'll be thinking about worldly things, you know, instead of your guru's teachings, which are actually Lord Chaitanya's teachings, aren't they? Yeah. Didn't Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya, what a great teaching, man. Lord Chaitanya came to taste the nectar of bhakti and distribute to others. And boy, what a great teaching to have a guru, who comes and shows you that example, tasting the nectar of the holy name and distributing it to others. Can you get a more perfect path than that? If you but don't tell me you really believe in the Vedas, you really believe in these verses. If you see a person that is empowered by that Lord Chaitanya's transcendental grace and potency to also taste the nectar of the holy name and distribute to others, and you don't come into the point of surrender, well, you can't blame anybody but your own self. Yeah. So, well, you can blame somebody. You can blame the false ego. But that's why I say you just keep hearing, associating, I'll just keep repeating these same simple verses until you get it. You don't need to be a Sanskrit scholar. No, you only need to understand these simple truths, and from your heart surrenders, wow, I really did find the real path. I'm convinced. My heart is convinced, my mind is convinced. Okay, let go. See? Let go, surrender, and be happy. You will. You'll experience that. People are already experiencing it. That's their testimony. Like Fanny stands up and says stuff like this. Noodles also, and all you guys. Lalita Ganga talking about. Isn't it nice? Isn't it important? Survival, man. It's all about survival. It's important, isn't it? To survive in this world. See? But who understands spiritual survival? See, nobody in this world except somebody who knows the real important thing is spiritual survival. And first, you need a spiritual awakening. See, and you don't want to have that be like one of the mundane disciples of Devaki and Vasudeva. They come as a son, right? And then Kamsa comes right away. Kamsa represents the material potency and dashes you to the ground, and then boom, you're gone. See, so yeah, survival of the soul. First, you have to be born again, or Krishna has to be born in you, and then you still got to survive. That's you need to survive. For it's just like a baby when it's born in this world. Without its mother and father, it cannot survive. Right? It needs to. It's helpless still. Well, that's Krishna. That's why Krishna doesn't want to be born amongst gurus that are hypocrites and liars and cheaters, or like in this Vaishnavism. How can Krishna, this baby Krishna, be born in such a situation? See, it has to be transferred. See, that's the deep meaning of the pastimes of Devaki and Vasudeva. When the baby was born in Mathura, the abode of Vaidhi Bhakti, basically, under the shelter, which is not real shelter, not really, of a hypocritically devout Kamsa. He was hypocrite. He was acting like a religious person, but he was doing bad things. His acts were evil. Just like now. Like you think you get shelter with the government, but our government is so evil. So it's really very evil. It's not a good government. It's an evil government. And so people are learning that. They realize, wow, I can't find shelter on the government. See, the government is supposed to protect your body, right? It's supposed to protect your body. But the government is trying to kill people's bodies. tried to make their bodies sick, doesn't care about it, wants to use people as a resource until they're used up and throw them away. That's our government. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've studied. I study the nature of the government. It's very evil. It's just demoniac. But, Krishna likes to come at these kind of times, thank God, right? That's why I'm not, yeah, I'm not here on a crusade. The government is evil. Let's rebel. Let's fight the government. No, I'm not here to do that. I'm here to take advantage of a crisis. I don't want to make a good crisis go to waste. Because if this turns people back to God, and many are, they're not all coming to Krishna. There are more Christians, and a lot of people are turning to God more and more and more. Matter of fact, that Russell Brand just got baptized. He was a Krishna devotee, sort of, but not really. But you know how these guys are. And then now he got baptized with Christ, and now he's, oh Christ, I am, yeah, sure. But anyway, see, he's turning everybody. They realize, where do you go when you can't, when the government is turned bad? See, so people start to turn to God. If they're not everybody, but they turn to different ways. Everybody's trying to find shelter. But the real shelter is the word of the guru, a real guru. We just talk about the real Krishna, right? The real shelter, the shelter of real devotees who have real bhakti. See, and not only do you get bodily shelter, free from anxieties and emotional shelter, but you get spiritual shelter. Let me turn this off. Yeah, you get spiritual shelter. And for Krishna to be born, he needs the proper shelter. Has to be the proper place. Otherwise, very quickly, if Krishna is born in Vaidhi Bhakti places, immediately the kamsa of that spirit there in Vaidhi Bhakti, especially now in this Kali Yuga, where ISKCON is and all that, dash you to the floor. Squash your spirit. Yeah. So anyway, people are coming now and getting that we are actually sincere. They show that we actually know things. That's your shelter, is real knowledge. Yeah. Wow, isn't that amazing? Lord Chaitanya came as an example to show the highest path is to relish the nectar in the holy name. Isn't that great to see the example of the greatest path and the greatest perfection, the greatest treasure, the greatest purification? See, and to get that, you can't do it on your own. You need the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, which are come to a real spiritual master, who also is an example of that. And you can see ecstatic prema is emanating, and that feeling is different than anything you see in this world. Transcendental emotions means the person's a liberated soul. See, and distributing it to others. That's the good news. Man, the good news here in our Sangha is, hey, you can get this. All you have to do is go through the purification and become honest, and gradually. And when you realize, I mean, I can't cause this seed going out to bear fruit. The Lord does the increase when he does it. But I sure can preach it. I can sure glorify the truth, which I love to do. And if whoever's listening, great, wonderful. And then, I just hear reports, like Noodles said, wow, I was crying uncontrollably. Yes, see, the Lord works from inside. We work from the outside. Hey, but the Lord cleans the most dirt and the biggest increase and everything, like the Gundicha temple. Guru Maharaj is like God sends these demons to remind us about him, to get us back to him. Yeah. Make it tough, then automatically think of God. Lucky for us, found the right one. Not everyone is lucky. Yeah, and by your example, see, by your getting this grace, you go in the door like Jesus said. those who go in the door, he said, I'm the door. See, guru, so the purport of that. See, most Christians don't know that they're blinded by a narrow-minded view of the book, one that's been changed and altered, to make a monopoly on the truth. No, the real conclusion is Jesus said, I'm the door. See, he's an example of the door. He's an intimate associate of God. He's the door. They're all the door. He's a mature, intimate associate of the Lord. See, you go in that door because when you find such a guru, that means the Lord has given your your instruction to him. But this is so rare, people don't know how this all works. But it's all in the book. It's all in Chaitanya Lila. The Lord would say, I give this person, Raghunath Das, I give you into the hands. He took his hand and put it in Swarab Damodar. He said, this is your instructor. See, the Lord would empower Swarab Damodar to give just the right teachings to Raghunath Das. That's how it works. Especially now, where are you going to get even a direct sight of Lord Chaitanya? You're going to get the real vision and understanding through his real empowered associate. But again, it's so rare nowadays. I mean, I was looking, I didn't find nothing, man. I found a lot of people, trying to jump over the truth because they just didn't know what it was. They weren't clear about it. All of these teachers, Narayan Raj, Radhakund Babaji's, all of them, they never taught like this. This is pretty simple. You can all look that it's the real path. They all wanted something complicated, something dazzling. See, they dazzle people with verses and everything, and then up in their minds, they think they're self-realized. But they got to go through purification. Just like sometimes there's like some devotees here, they're up in their minds about, wow, this is so great. They feel like they're realized and everything. And then stuff down there, it's like they need to have this garage sale. They need to kind of be in touch honestly with these things that are coming up and not to keep pushing them down and living in your head. So yeah, actually, you know what? All right, let's let a few people come up here now. Whoever wants to come up, come up. And I'll give the link here too. I bet I know who comes first. Does anybody want to guess who will come first? Hare Krishna. Here we go. There's competition. Let's see. Lalita Ganga came first today. And second came Noodles. Watch out, Noodles coming up. Lalita, you got a competitor now. Noodles. She's becoming like you. Noodles, give us a word, man. Yeah,
Marathon, nothing like
give us a laugh. Give us a laugh. Whatever's coming, go with it. This is
No, I'm
great.
saying
Don't hide it. I want to see it, man. Don't go like that. That's the Indian thing. Let's get rid of that Indian thing.
no, I'm saying I'm nothing like Lalita, but yeah, I feel like I have to come join whenever I can. I was
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, Maharaj, we are luckier than you are. Like, we have a living guru. We can actually talk to directly, ask doubts. And like, yeah, maybe you don't need, but I was just thinking, I feel sorry you couldn't ask anybody directly. You'd have to, bump into so many people to actually get that. But for us, like, you're there and we, like, anything, we like come and ask you. I feel so privileged to have that kind of that kind of bond with you, and also to have somebody like that, right? You're there, Lalita is there, Govinda is there, and there's so many others, like, right? We have a doubt, we put forth, and then we get back an answer immediately. We don't have to speculate over anything, right? You could just chastise us if we are going, haywire, which is so much actually needed for us, especially when we are just picking up stuff, right? It's like amazing. I can't say how much it is. It's such a value, and it's a treasure actually.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, yeah. It's got a nice family here of devotees, real devotees. Growing up now more and more. Krishna's growing up, maturing. Let me get my headphones so I can hear better because I'm outside today.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was just saying, like Fani was saying yesterday, Lalita, Guru Maharaj is a spiritual father, and you're like a mother figure. You take care so well, like read each and every comment, and then you draw parallels, and you explain things so well. Yeah, trust me, I had a feeling yesterday when I was on your chat, and then I was mentioning, right? Even I've never found interest on reading and all of that. And
Yeah,
after that, you said, you will get, you will, it's purification is happening to you and all of that. And then, trust me, I have a feeling that I started crying so much, right? It's because of that, being in your class, and then you actually saying that to me. It's like, oh my god, I cried so much. I thought it's because of Lalita saying. I remember, like, Lalita said she's going to become a devotee, and I was like, oh, maybe that's why this is happening to me, because she wants it for me.
There is a
Yeah,
strange sound, Guru Maharaj, from your
oh,
side.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
what is this? Okay, yeah, it might be these headphones are defective. That's a plane. Was it? Did you hear a plane or something?
now it's fine, Maharaj. I don't know what you did. Now it seems
Okay,
fine.
okay, all right, good. Go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah.
perfect.
Good. So yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I cried so much and all, because it matters, right? When devotees think of you, I think it's like how, a lot things. If they like you, then okay, I like you, kind of a thing, and then it works out, right? It's something like that.
Yeah, yeah. If they like you, say that again. Explain that.
No, I said, like, yesterday, Lalita said that, Noodles will become a devotee. And then, yeah, and it just happened that I was listening to a song, and then I broke out. Like, I cried so much, and all of that has happened. So I was just thinking, like, if devotees of Lord really wish something for somebody, then then the Lord would do it, like, because it came out of Lalita. I think he just showed some mercy. It's like, that if they like you, the Lord will like you, kind of a thing.
Oh
It's up.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's like being friends of devotees. That's the thing, is associated with devotees, pleasing the devotees, getting their mercy.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
secret.
yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. No, that's great. It's awesome. Yeah. Tom, give us a word.
Hi, Hare Krishna. I'm
Hare-
just listening and writing things that resonate a lot again today.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then I write them on my YouTube channel. I take a copy from the class, and I write this like bullet points. I write them.
That's great.
And it's a lot. Maybe it's too much to digest all the time. So I'm now looking forward to have some communication with devotees, with Lalita, to prioritize things and make it more less restless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to sort things out. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah. Talk with Lalita, have a communication. I saw some of your video yesterday. And yeah, sometimes, it's like we're not completely connected, like there's part of us getting things here and then stuff is coming up here. And there has to be an integration, and that takes time. And so, it's great, just getting in touch with these things.
Yeah, there are a lot of things happening in the material situation with my parents, and it's for instance with my parents, and it's yeah, how you say, it's bringing up a lot of dust, a lot of mud, and a lot of old habits that don't work, and yeah. So it's like a very disturbing time with a lot of things happening, and I try to find this transcendental connection, because I really am convinced that this connection will bring the ultimate peace and the ultimate joy and the ultimate conclusiveness, the Satchitananda. But I have to. It takes a lot of energy now, this time, today and yesterday and the day before. I have to. Yeah, just sometimes I take a shower and then I have to go to bed again because I'm so drained. I feel so drained. So I try to take it easy and communicate. That's it.
Want to share a few things here? Would that be helpful?
Well, there are so many things. It's I don't, yeah, I feel more and more alienated to their worlds. It doesn't communicate anymore. I cannot talk to them. If I say something they don't understand. So I'm looking for this. Yeah, like you said, you need everyone here needs a father and a mother energy to grow up, and when that baby is born, it wants to survive on the spiritual level, and yeah, it's very natural, I think. There are so many crazy things happening here in this country. Like, we are more and more pulled into this war with Russia, and there are a lot of Croatian refugees coming here, and it's really more and more a war zone here, and it feels very unsafe, and yeah, I don't want to say too much, but
Sounds to me like you're getting pulled into that.
yeah, and I don't want to, so I'm looking for this refuge, this shelter, but I feel the environment becomes more and more polluted. It's more and more draining energy,
Why is that? Why is that affecting you? I'm curious. Why do you
I
think?
feel I'm not um, in contact with that association enough or something. I don't know really. It's um,
So
the
okay,
only thing I can do is feel alienated. No, this is not my world. But the new contact with the spiritual flow, I want that to make that stronger. And um, I don't know how. I don't know where to. Yeah. Sometimes it works, and then a period it doesn't work. When I go and go outside and have a japa walk, I'm immediately okay. Yes, but like this winter, I had to come inside, but I was inside. I was continuously. I was down, and yeah, these winters here, these times in the Netherlands, it's dark and wet and cold
oh
all the
yes,
time. So I have that already for years. That I feel very down in this winter,
oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it takes me even longer, longer and longer when it starts to become a little bit better weather. When the weather becomes better, it takes me a long time to adjust and to come out of that and to recuperate.
So you're saying that you would probably be in a better situation if the weather was better, a better consciousness.
Yes, the weather helps a lot. Um, yeah, and I always say it's about the association. I always say that it's about the people you live with. So and at the same time, I feel more and more as a stranger, alienated here with these people. I cannot. I can do it. Give them some suggestions and try to talk, and then they just go on in their habitual patterns, and then maybe 10 years later they say, yeah, Tom, you were right, but it's not um, it's not functional.
Yeah, yeah. So you're not getting enough in sadhu sangha here in our programs.
um, um, I would like more communication, yes.
More.
Previously it was a little bit better, but now it's very low. Yeah.
Well, what kind of communication are you looking for?
Yeah, just have a walk or have a conversation. I like very much the sound vibration. Um, just have an easy talk with two persons.
Why don't you come down to UK sometime, Tom?
Now I hear a plane. You said?
I said, why don't you come down to UK sometime?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm really trying. Um, um, my energy is very low when I sit in a car and I travel half an hour. I have to take an hour rest or something. So I can do that. I did it before, um, but I feel very um, uh, yeah very tired
Yeah,
already.
yeah, yeah. Well, you see, Tom, the thing is, somehow or other, you probably need to get down there. Just make some effort. So if it takes a half an hour, you drive a half an hour and sleep a while, and then drive again. or get. I mean, if that's what you need, why not do? You get what you need. I mean, they're inviting you to come and stay for. Yeah, and I bet Krishna will help you. Just by getting out. Just getting out of your situation. So you're saying that's what you need and what you want. So do it. Especially when you get an invite. And then you'll probably get energy. Even going down there, Krishna will probably, yeah, yeah. What do you think, Tom?
Yes, yes. I try to charge my battery, and then um, yeah. But I needed some time to come out of this winter energy. Yeah, and now I gradually I'm more charged, and I can go. Yes.
All right, good. So this is like going to be some ongoing work here. It looks like you need some process. So Dustin says, I'm willing to talk anytime, Tom. So you got some help out there, got some communication. Okay, thank you there, Tom. Lolita, what do you got for us?
Yeah, well, I hear some things that Tom says, that he feels a stranger between other people, family members, neighbors, people who surround them. I have exactly the same feeling for years that I'm a stranger. I don't fit in society anymore, but I'm very happy with this. I don't have that problem. I don't have the problem that people don't understand me. They don't have to understand me. I don't need to share that to people. I don't need to. I'm different. I have the sadhusanga. I hear my guru, and that's enough. So if you lose your energy by always over and over again going to talk with people who are not ready for that, they don't want to hear that. So just you've got to get more out of the sadhusanga. Um, it is sometimes I hear you speaking, Tom. I cannot understand that one day you say, like few videos ago of yours, you were in a completely different way and you saw the gold of Chaitanya, etc., etc. But then later you say, I need to talk to somebody. So it is not really working actually yet. This is you need to connect more. You need to do service more. Your heart, it needs to be more connected to Guru Maharaj. That's what I feel. That's what will really save you. My advice is to glorify Guru more. I say you that over and over again. My advice is really that that will take you away from your darkness. There is light. There is light. Guru Maharaj gives you the light. Be conscious of that. Be grateful for that. And dive inside that feeling. I think that will really help you. And whether or no whether it can be, it doesn't affect me anymore. I also had that effect of that years ago. But here in the Sangha, it all disappears.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, Krishna, because you're here in this sadhu sangatam, he's taking away the world. And then because if you're not advancing here, it's you're feeling the world is going, and it's like you need to put your feet here fully.
Fully.
Otherwise, the world is being taken away from you, and it's like, oh, I'm losing the world, and it's important to have some connection. So, so the connection has
Is
to be
here.
here. Yeah. So the way to do that is service, man. You're not capable to just be on that. You have to do what you can do, like serve Guru, serve this mission, and yeah, and that'll keep you in the game. Otherwise, you just, well, where's the energy? You got no energy. So yeah, so you're here. You do the sadhu sangha. You should listen more. Probably, it seems you write a lot.
Yeah,
Uh, you
yeah.
see, that's not that's not how you really. I don't know. Maybe that's not working. Then I
No,
don't know.
that writing verses. For me, I'm clinging on my guru's sleep. I don't have time to write. I'm like a child. I'm
Yeah,
hearing. It's very simple. I don't need to prove anything. Don't need to write down. It's just that heart connection with Guru
yeah,
Maharaj.
yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. You can try that, Tom. Maybe try a different way. Okay, you tried the writing way, and maybe it doesn't look like it's working so good for you, especially how you express yourself in these other times. Um, so you could try that, and yeah, because as you're really becoming self-realized, you'll like being alone. You really like it, because if people can't add anything to your life, then then it's a distraction and it's like a pain in the ass, noodles.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. And also I can relate to what Tom is trying to say, that there's one thing that might help, that you do not want to tell them anything that they don't want to
Yeah,
listen.
yeah,
It's much easier that you just don't get into that conversation. For me,
yeah,
I like, if you talk about family, I think from the background I have culturally, I think we have these strong ties, deep rooted ties. And it's like, I have a place for that. I have a place for this. As long as you can make that uh, distinction, that this is more valuable, and if anybody belonging outside of this cannot take it, then it's all right. It could be your father, it could be your sister, which is the case for me. I think I don't have to be, it's not like you have to worry, or you don't have to not be affectionate with them. It does, at the same time, you don't have to give it to them because they're not ready to take it. You can't help it. You just keep it for yourself. You'd have to be selfish at that point, right? You think about your soul before you can think about anybody else. Especially, what could you do if the other soul doesn't want to take it, right? You just let go and save yourselves and your soul first.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't understand you. They don't need to understand. You don't need to be understood. You need to understand yourself. That's what you should do.
Yeah, that it
Nobody
doesn't
needs
mean
to
you
understand.
yeah, it doesn't mean you're being rude to them or not being affectionate to them. That's a different thing altogether. It doesn't play out like that. As long as you can understand that, I think you will be at peace. I mean, I'm not sure, but that has helped me. That's what I do. So it's like, yeah.
I have nobody to talk to. For years, for 7 years, my family members left me. Brothers, sisters, all my sisters, my kids. Well, just my daughter a little bit, but not my son in law, even. So I'm completely alone. I even didn't have anybody in the Sangha. I was the first one. I had nobody to talk to. Nobody. Didn't need it. I didn't need it. You have your things to do, and you have Guru. That's all. That's all we need.
These
And it's
things to do
fulfilling.
that.
Make room for that. Make room
and
that you can absorb.
and what you said was so much like, on spot when you said things to do. I think everybody has to, like, you I mean, sometimes, some days, there are days where I sit back and think it would be so nice if I didn't have anything to do. I could
Mhm.
just, dwell and listen to the songs or listen to Guru Maharaj. But I know if I had so much time in my hand, I'd go haywire and I would not do it. So, which is why it is, I mean, I think whatever position we are situated, I think he's facilitating it. The Lord in here is facilitating it so well. And then he's actually personally taking care of us. And I truly believe it. And all of us, in whatever situation we are in, I think is the best one for us to actually go. closer to him, which is why he's doing it. It's like, walking into that agasura kind of a thing. You can still go and do it. He's gonna come save you kind of a thing. He's literally here. He's gonna save, and he's taking care of you. And whatever situation we are in, it's gonna be fine. That's the kind of feeling I get in here.
Hmm. Yeah, whatever situation you're in is just the right one for it's the challenge that yeah to facilitate your personal growth. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a kind of a transitional phase. You got to, like, work with it there. I don't know, it's
Yes, I call that trusting the process. So sometimes it takes time. Maybe I'm a little impatient, and um, yeah, and then I call it greediness. But it's going in waves, ups and downs. But that's also, I think, a part of the process. So I'm not really panicking. I'm just yeah, trying to be. I don't want to say the same word functional again, but that's what it is. I'm trying to progress and do my best. Yeah.
sounds like you were kind of panicking yesterday in your video
Yeah. The last one was today.
That was today, yeah.
or today. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also felt it was a very short one, and at a certain moment, it was maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and I thought,
Yeah,
no, this is not a time to. I can give a signal that I would like some help,
yeah.
but not uh, trying and circling in that thought. So
Right.
I quitted it, and I said to myself, now Tom, you stop this complaining, and that's enough, and now just enjoy the weather and enjoy the walk. So, but I need um, to have a little, at least a little communication to talk to myself, and yeah, to progress. It's just the way I work. When I want to get stronger, I take a few lessons of Mahamaya, and then I come back. That's my way of progress.
So Tom, are you feeling that you're progressing?
Um, yes. Um, maybe it's a kind of impatience that I want to grow and take bigger steps. Um, when I take small steps, I don't feel
You sound like
yeah.
me.
If I don't feel happy, then I fall asleep. I'm more like a lion. If I
So
if I
what's the big what do you mean bigger steps? Explain that.
um for me it's very um uncomfortable to slowly walk. Yeah, I either have to run or sleep.
Well, what does that translate into this what we're doing here?
Um,
Can I help you? Is it
I
like
want to be. I need some challenging, some people around me that challenge me, or um, yeah. Yeah, maybe you want to say something.
no, is it like I was just thinking, is it like you want to feel the ecstasy at high, or you don't feel anything? Is it like that? If you don't feel it there, then you don't feel it at all. Is it like that?
I love to feel something. If it's crying or are feeling very happy, but the lukewarm middle I don't like.
I think it's to do, like, you know what, Tom, whatever you're saying is something I can relate to that, because I have been there, like, but yesterday Funny did say something to me yesterday or day before, I don't remember exactly, but he said, I was all these days on the fence. I was never against what Guru Maharaj was preaching, and it was not like I was into it. I liked it. I believed it is something, but then I didn't put my trust entirely in that. I had my own doubts. I was not fully convinced. You can't get it until you it's directly proportional to the amount of trust you have in him. That's what I have realized. The way it goes up, the ecstasy you feel also goes up, which is clearly, maybe somewhere I mean, now I for me at this moment, I know I trust him, like, I trust him a lot than what it was a year back or 2 years back. I can honestly say that. And for me, I feel like I trust him 100% now. But then maybe it. I mean, it is 100%, but it will still grow, is what I think. It will get deep in, right, as it goes in, and then maybe my ecstasy might grow, or my crying would grow, or I would have more revelations and realizations. But what I was before is not now, because the trust I had before is way lesser than what I have now. That's my experience. I'm just telling it, maybe because it helps or makes sense to you.
Yes, thank you. It makes sense. Yes, I feel how can I say that there's a lot of progress, and sometimes it's just too much. I cannot digest. Like every word resonates, and um, then I just feel it takes a lot of energy, and maybe it's needed in my process to burn some things. One of the things recently, Gareda said, you overthink too much, and then I try to use that, and but it's a very yeah, like a water hose. He said there is some motivation, and then it goes flat, and then it goes this side. It's very restless.
Yeah, when I'm listening to you there, Tom, I don't feel clear. I don't know what you're about. It's like I'm muddled, you know,
Hmm.
like not clear. Um, yeah, I mean, I mean, let's just be frank. Do you
Yeah,
trust? Yeah, do you trust this process? Are you surrendered to Guru? Are you surrendered to these teachings?
I feel yes. um, yeah, but it feels
Is,
now it feels there is some but
yeah, I was going to say,
yes
is it a
but
yes, but
yeah, but
yes, but
there feels something
that's
hanging,
hey, that's
but
good. We're getting more clear. I feel more energy now, more
yeah,
functional.
but I don't know this, but it's like something I cannot touch or something, but um,
Yeah, see, the thing is,
maybe it's a timing or something like I wasn't supposed to be in this sangha, but I dropped in, and I don't know where. I'm just guessing.
yeah, so you're not surrendered yet because of the but, right? So that's why you're got no energy, you're tired, and you feel this pull, oh, the world,
That
and
it's
the
not
world's
really
going to,
pull. I just feel
or
um,
alienated, or
yeah.
alienated.
I don't feel. I want more connection. but it
Yeah.
isn't. It isn't.
Well, how about, when you can't do two paths. You can't do the world and you can't do this ultimately. I mean, you're in, all in. Then see, when your eye is, Jesus taught this, when your eye is single, your body will be full of light and energy, truth, all these things. But if you're like not really here and surrender, because it shows in your actions, it shows in the deeds, it shows in how you like, and you're, in anxiety, confusions, and all of this, doubts, and
Yeah.
that's like Krishna says, for the person who is in doubt, there's no happiness in this world or the next. See, this is the next that we live. So those of us who jumped in are jumping in. Just so you know, I know you can't do it artificially, but for those who do jump in, there's happiness here. There's energy here. There's life here. There's better than this other life, in the world and worldly people. So when that's called self-realization, and Gita even says self-realized souls, they like to be alone or with real devotees. Like, and otherwise, when you're not fully surrendered and totally in here and part of you is elsewhere, you'll still have the doubts, you'll have anxieties, you'll have fears, and you'll also be worried about the world, the situations, and all that. I only bring it up for preaching. I don't give a shit about what's going on in the world because I just use everything for preaching and sharing this message, this important message.
Hmm.
So if it's going on, it's ordained by God to have a Biden out there destroying America. I mean, hey man, Krishna ordained this imbecile to be president.
Yeah, we also
Literally.
have one here.
Yeah. So it's all ordained that this is happening. So when you jump in here, then you'll understand that, oh, okay, you'll be able to give this shelter to those people, not complain and say, oh, the world and these people, yeah, it's a fearful thing. See, that's how they think. People in Maya think. Devotees think differently. They think like devotee. They think like God. God is thinking, wow, this is great. People can come to me now and be happy once and for all instead of taking so many births. You know, the whole problem is people have faith in the Lord's Maya. So when the demons take over, the evil in the world take over, it's an opportunity to understand you got the wrong shelter there. And then you might try the mode of goodness. That's what the Vaishnavas are. They're trying the mode of goodness to get shelter. But then a lot of times the demons are their leaders. They can't even, so it's not strong enough. They need a real devotee. So it's the same thing with the Vaidhi thing. Um, yeah, I'm glad when their leaders fall down and all that stuff, so they lose faith in that path, and they'll be confused. What's going on? What's going on? Well, here's what's going on. You hear our shouting, man. You hear we're screaming these truths.
Yeah. I feel like you said they are all stages, and I've been through a lot of them, doing more goodness things, want to do the things pro deo, voluntary work at 10 places, and um, then there is a stage you said that's also natural, that you are all over the place, you are in between stage. I think that's where I'm now, and I'm
You're where? What stage? In between or all over the
now
place?
maybe um, yeah. If I have some time to, I had a dream about this. Can I use some time?
No, I'm not going to talk. That's why I
Okay.
have. That's why I have servants here now. This is their service for me.
Okay.
You got plenty of people. Hey, they
Yeah, that's
volunteer.
okay.
They volunteer. Plus, I can't talk to you anyway because, well, I could if we want to, but basically, our Facebook thing, I put you on restrict a while ago, and I
Yeah.
can't take you. I can't take you off for some reason. Right?
It would be very. I would be very happy if it's if we have a a clean communication. I have
Yeah, but
two. I
yeah,
have
but
two.
yeah,
I have two Facebook accounts. So
yeah.
maybe we can use the other one.
No. That's okay. You got so many people. I mean, why do you have to do this? Why do you have to always jump? Why can't you go with the devotees? They inviting you over, they're inviting to talk to you and all of this stuff. And then you want to go. I don't like, to me, that's a jumping mentality. I don't like that. That's not clean. You're not appreciating the devotees. No, just
Yeah.
like Lord Chaitanya appointed devotees to the, so they're naturally inspired here. So you go with them. Are you disappointed, right? You know, that's
No,
like
no. Yeah,
these
okay. Yeah.
gurus. These gurus were disappointed that Prabhupada didn't make them acharyas. You're really that's what Hamsaduta said. I was so disappointed when I was only appointed to be a Ritvik. So anyway, you got people to talk to you. Yeah. The question to find out is why the fuck aren't you surrendered after 6, 7 years, man? What the fuck's going on, man? Shit
Well,
or get off the fucking pot for God's sake, man. You know, because otherwise, I don't want to personally. You know why I don't want to talk to you? Because I don't want to have a muddled conversation about dancing around every issue. And I passed it off on her. Hey, and I'll tell you, Lilita, you be tough. You go and you get that squirmy. He's squirmy.
I
You
don't want
get
to send him the mod either, Guru
Yeah,
Maharaj. That's
you
why
just you
I
you
know that.
just go nail the thing on the head with him. He needs it, man. The guy's been squirming for 6 years, and he's a slippery worm. Slippery. Slipping around. We got to get this muddled thing finished, man. I want to talk again where I'm having a conversation. I can feel some substance and not. "Ugh, It's 6 years, man. That's enough. Okay, you guys got it. Dustin, you too. You be a little. Don't feed into his bullshit. Right, Fanny. Fanny can understand.
I loved it when you jumped into action and said, "This is bullshit. Let's just." Uh, I I know for someone who's going on the other side, like but Tom must be, it's really hard for him to take it, maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but that's the thing to hear. I mean, that's the right thing to hear at this point. Is to,
yeah,
I mean, because I felt the same Maharaj when he was expressing. It's like I
yeah,
was confused. He
yeah,
says he was a lion. He wants to take more action. But when we said, okay, come over here, and then, I mean, it's not just come over here, but that's one of the
yeah,
things. You
yeah,
can do things here. You can move around. And he's like, yeah, I get tired. It's
yeah,
contradicting. You are a
yeah,
lion, but
yeah,
how can you be tired? You have to
yeah,
go on strides, but you're tired after half an hour. I mean, there's some incongruence there.
yeah. Tom, you're bullshitting yourself and us. It's time for that to finish. We're gonna stop this. You're gonna be straight, honest, and we're gonna kick your ass. Right, Amy? You also don't have you be tough with that guy. Yeah, we'll get Tom through it. It's time it's time for tough love. Yeah, and Mary, let's see what Sachi says. Thanks, Tom, for being the center of this discussion. I just finished a busy job and I have time to talk now. Yeah, but yeah, she'll just feed your thing to that. She'll just go, oh Tom, oh Tom, what a goodness stuff. Oh, I could do yes. People don't understand you. Yes, be muddled another 20 years, man. Yeah. Bottom line is, I surrender. When you get it, you develop faith, then you're going to be like the examples here, the people getting faith in Guru, that this is the real thing, that Lord Chaitanya is really empowering a guy with a t-shirt, this fool called Gaur Hari Das, you
yes.
know? you know. And when you get that, then you'll see bliss, man. All your problems will go. Krishna will live with you. He'll give you himself. Right now, he's not sure about you because you're not sure about him. You know.
There is no.
So Sachi says, "You don't know what I'll say and do. Go hard." Well, I don't know, man. I'm just speculating, man. Maybe. Yeah. So anyway, that's good. I'm clear about that, man. Yeah. Thomas the Doubter was with Jesus. That story, yes, is a good one, isn't it? Thomas the Doubter was not convinced, and he was always doubting. Well, maybe, yeah, I guess. And he was also muddled, and he was not happy. He couldn't even preach, couldn't do anything until he finally saw Jesus resurrected, and he stuck his finger in the wound and said, "Wow, Lord, I believe. I really got it now." So if you can get to this life, not to be a gopi, forget being a gopi. If you make it to faith in Guru, then you've got the solid foundation. And then everything else built on that, it's the door to bhakti is very easy. But getting faith in the real Guru is the main thing, to really be confident that they deliver your buttocks out of this illusion. That's why we have all these witnesses here. That's why you should fucking burn that book that you're writing down and listen and observe all these beautiful examples here of people getting it. And you follow those examples. See, you follow like a baby. You follow your mother, like Lalita there, and surrender your ass to the absolute truth here. And then you'll be happy. You want to be like her? See, that's how it is, man. Just do that. Look at Noodles, man. She says, "Yeah, I'm finally. I get my doubts are gone, and God, man, this works." Vani's starting to get faith, from his wife, even. See, so yeah, see, it's not. You don't have to read the verses. So anyway, watch out, Tom. We're after you. We're after that Maya, the doubts. We're gonna beat the doubts. Beat them out. Freddie said, "Where do I have to stick my finger, GH, to get convinced?" Yes.
We will touch the wound by Tom. We'll touch the wound.
Freddie, you got to, should I say it? Yeah. You stick your finger in your ass, and then you'll know this is the world. It's a smelly place. And they'll say, "Oh yeah, okay, let's surrender, man. Let's go back to God." It's your fault, man. You gave me a perfect lead in, man, for that one. Are we finished with Tom? Okay. All right. So it's late for you guys. So let's call it a day. Lalita's got to get sleep, and Noodles too, because they want to get up for the morning program.
Well,
She'll
I
get
still
fun.
have a talk with Tom now.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh
11
yeah.
o'clock, so we won't
Oh
make it 3 hours, eh, Tom?
no
No
no no no
way.
no. Do you want to talk tonight? I mean, it wasn't enough tonight.
That was the agreement. Well, if he still
No.
wants it.
No, let's break the agreement. You get some rest so you can have a class and you talk. He should digest everything he heard here today.
Well,
That's enough
maybe
talk.
5 minutes.
Okay,
give,
only
give me
if it
5
goes over
minutes.
if it goes over 5 minutes,
I
then
just click.
you just click. If it doesn't matter what he's saying.
I don't
After
I don't
five,
need more.
okay, after 5 minutes you click. Okay. Let's see. Try everyone. Have a great knowledge today. I thank everyone. Yeah. Okay. No denying the truth. Okay. Great. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Have a good night.